Welcome back to the next module of History, Chapter 9, that is the Industrial Revolution. In previous video, we discussed about the meaning of Industrial Revolution and also when and where this Industrial Revolution began first in the world, that was Great Britain. Now, in this video, we are going to cover three main topics, that is the cotton, spinning and weaving, how this change brought in the Industrial Revolution when men, women and children were involved for the activity of spinning and weaving. Next topic, we will discuss about the importance of power or the steam engine, that is the discoveries and the inventions due to which the Industrial Revolution began in a new form. After that, we will end up this module with the topic, that is the importance of canals and railways. So let's begin the new topics of this module. As we know, Britain had always woven cloth from cotton as well as wool. It had been in the trading with India since from 17th century, as it has high political control upon India. It started taking cotton from India in very cheap price and later on started manufacturing in the small cottage industries of England and started selling out to the other part of the country by making great profit. Gradually, they established their industries, from where they find little difficulty that making of this cotton and weaving of cotton was little time consuming. Women started taking more time to weave and to make the yarn. For this, gradually the demand of the surplus was slowed down around 18th century. Later on, due to the discovery of flying shuttle, spinning jenny and water mill, along with that, so many inventions took place due to which the problems was shot out. And later on again, this industries started gaining high speed. It started reducing the time and also started gaining the surplus of the production. With this, they began to increase the industrial production very high with the speed in the market. These fibers spun into thread on the spinning wheel. As shown here, every part of the traditional thread spinning from the beating of the fibers into the spindles, then pumping the spinning to trend the spinning wheel, relying onto the total human energy. The same was told for weaving cloth from the spun threads on the hand looms. Hand weaving was slower. Starting around 1760, the invention of several new and complicated machines truly revolutionized cloth making, and all of these new machines were rapidly adopted. The first new machine was spinning jenny, can do the work of 16 people in spinning the yarn. The new machine short time, the labor and new advanced machines could perform the work of 1,000 hand spinners. These machines killed the current spinning in the history forever, and the home weavers soon meet with the same fate as the spinners, as large power water machine called power looms rapidly replaced the thousands of hand weavers. Power looms weaved the thread in very high speed that human hand could never poke the match. As the uses of new power machines in the textile manufacturing became widespread, large factory buildings like Manchester became popular, which became the shelter for the machines and the laborers to operate. The creation of factories made the change in the life of the people and a new life began. Since the machines were too large and complicated, this brings another change into the workers, where they have to move from their own place to the factories. The shift from home to the factory-based work was dramatically forced people to migrate from their cottage industries to the countrysides, and these were mostly hand spinners and weavers, seeking for the employment in the newly established industries. To flourish large-scale industries, steam power was introduced in the industries. It used to generate high amount of power, which is very much required for flourishing large-scale industries. it is used to generate through the hydroelectric power. Basically, these steam powers were used in the coal mines initially for many centuries. And when this steam power was used in the industries of coal mining, it created a small problem during the rainy season. During the rainy season, these miners find little difficulty in getting out their work because it used to occur flood over there in the mining area. Later on, Thomas discovered one more device, and that was miner's fret, which used to drain the water from the mining areas. Steam power. Human tried harnessing steam power for millennia. Hero of Alexandria from Egypt created a steam-driven device in the 1st century. Thomas Newcomen from England created a steam engine to pump water from mines. James Watt from Scotland improved Newcomen's engine to power the machineries. In the newly established industries, new invention called steam engine came into wide use of factory. It was built by Thomas Newcomen in 1712. This had major defect of losing energy due to the continuous cooling condensing cylinder. Steam engine had been used only for the coal mines until James Watt developed his machine in 1769. Let us see how does this steam engine work. Huge amount of water gets boiled into the boiler and releases water droplets, and these water droplets in the form of steam releases high pressure, and this pressure pushes the piston down, and this high pressure again pushes the another side of the piston into the true and forward direction. With the help of this pressure movement, the piston starts running the engine, and due to this, we can run any kind of machine in the industry. As we know, the demand of coals were high towards the industrial area. So for the transportation of these coals from the mining area to the industrial area as well as towards the city area was little tough, because it used to transport through the road areas. And through road, if these transportation was done, it was little slower process as well as it was little expensive process. For that purpose, the landowners and the rich people, they started constructing several canals as well as railways, which made little profitable for them, and also it reduced the time as well as it was little less expensive for the transportation of coal towards the industrial areas. So in this way, gradually these canals were made as well as railways were made to increase the transportation and to increase the production towards the industrial area. Now at the end, let us wind up this module by knowing this fact that who were inventors, who were these inventors. So children, this is very interesting fact. As we all know, those days neither science nor any modern technology was there in the education where the big scientists and the discoverers can be built. But still, people were very intelligent, they were very curious, they have high thinking power and great creativity. With this talent and with their knowledge skill, they became discoverer and the inventors. Let us know who were these. So one of them we have seen John Kite, who discovered flying shuttle, which made the weaving process of the cotton very easy. Later on, we saw one of the person, James Hargreaves, who invented the spinning jenny and brought a great change in the cotton industries. And these people were only knowing about the carpentry, or we can say they have the small skill knowledge. Through their creativity, curiosity, they discovered all these instruments, and which brought the great revolution in the industrial establishment. Now next we should know about the Richard Arkwright. This Richard Arkwright was a barber and used to make wigs in the, you can say, market or the barber shop. So he was also a very talented person towards the industrial revolution. We should not forget his role and he discovered water frame. This water frame was very useful when it was being invented. The cotton thread, which was earlier very soft and easily used to break out after making it into the complete yarn or thread, when it was being made, it was not strong enough. So Richard Arkwright, through his knowledge, intelligence, being a barber, being a maker of wig, he invented this water frame. And this water frame strengthened the strength of thread, which make the thread more stronger and more established. Next, we should know about the John Metcalfe. This John Metcalfe was blind, and with this talent, his knowledge and his skill, he discovered and also prepared a wonderful plan for the road maps. Being a blind person, he discovered the complete structure and the surface of road, which helped in the transportation for the industrialization. So in this way we can say John Metcalfe, being a blind, discovered the planned surface for the road, which helped in the process for the industrialization. So children, we should not forget all these great inventors in this chapter. This is very important topic. Who are those inventors? Also, these topics are very important for the further competitive exams. These names are very popular and we should know about all these inventors. That's all in this video. We will cover the last topics in the remaining module of this chapter. Till then, stay safe.
Now let's do some questionnaire. Who invented water frame? John Kye in 1756, James Hargrave in 1728, Richard Arkwright in 1769, or John Metcalfe in 1743. Next question is, which machine was used by child workers? Spinning jenny, flying shuttle, water frame, or none of these? Answer all these questions in comment. Thank you for watching.